Right, so new F1 season means a new F1 fantasy team. So today I am going to pick out my drivers, my team, my car ahead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, I did try to film this a couple of days ago, but F1 only put up the F1 fantasy on Monday. So when I logged on a couple of days ago thinking after pre-season testing, it was all going to be there to pick from. No, I was told I had to wait till Monday, so here we are. Gonna log in now. Hopefully you'll see what I see on screen and let me know if you agree with my choices or not. So let's go into this now. Pick your team. And okay, this is looking quite different to last year's already. We're on one desktop page, not a separate one. And I don't remember there being two options for a constructor. I always thought you just had to pick one constructor. Yeah, interesting. We've got a cost cap of $100 million, which goes very easily when you decide to pick all the top drivers. And also within that 100 million, you have to do your constructors usually. So let's see if that's still the case. Add driver. I am going to go Max Verstappen because one of my predictions, although it's not a very bold one, is that he is going to win the 2023 F1 World Championship. I just feel like it's a given, especially after pre-season testing, with Max and Red Bull looking so sharp and on the edge. So, gonna start off with Max Verstappen as my driver. Right, add driver, Max Verstappen. That's cost 26.9 million already. He is the most expensive F1 driver currently in F1 Fantasy. So, an expensive purchase. Anyone who knows me or has watched this channel before will know that I am a huge Ferrari fan. So it would make sense for me to have someone from Ferrari in my driver lineup. However, I am conscious that I do want the constructor to be Ferrari. So I feel like I'm going to leave that one till later and just see how much money I have before I splurge on anything Ferrari related. The next driver I'm going to add is Valtteri Bottas. Where is he? He is $7.8 million. Yeah, I thought it was a decent season for him last year. It was a bit up and down. But I think he's a solid driver when he's not having reliability issues. And the Alfa Romeo looked pretty strong in pre-season. So fingers crossed. That is my sort of mid-level driver. Not mid-level driver, but mid-level in terms of price. Right, who are we going to pick? Oh, Oscar Piastri is quite cheap, 7 million. Although saying that, the McLaren during pre-season did not look good, so I might swerve McLaren for the time being. How expensive is Lando Norris? 11.2. Okay, yeah, I'm going to swerve McLaren. AlphaTauris, I don't think it's a good car this year. It just doesn't look particularly strong. Williams, it's interesting. I was listening on Sky Sports and Ted Kravitz said that he thinks Williams are going to be back at the pack. But then I think it was on one of the F1 roundups from the official channel, one of their broadcasters said that Williams was one to watch. So I'm like, don't know, but I wasn't personally that impressed by Williams during pre-season. Oh, this is always so hard because I'm so conscious about money. Fernando Alonso, I did like the look of. And I like the look of the Aston Martin this year, although I didn't think it was going to be until 2024 that we sort of saw the surge in their performance. It seems to have come early, so I'm going to go with Fernando Alonso, who is 8.3 million. Right, I've got 57 million left. Okay. The Alpines are a bit anonymous during pre-season testing. I don't know how I feel about Pierre Gasly being an Alpine. It was a bit of a tough year at AlphaTauri last year, both for him and the car itself didn't help. Oh, You know what? I remember in my last F1 fantasy, I think I picked Kevin Magnussen and that didn't turn out too bad a choice. So that is an option. There's also Nico Hülkenberg, who's $4.3 million. So he is fairly cheap. This is hard. My God, imagine what it's actually like picking an F1 team. Right, I might nip over to constructors and just go with Ferrari straight away. Interestingly, the Mercedes is more expensive than Ferrari. That's odd. I got that Red Bull would be the most expensive, so they're 27.2 million. Mercedes are 25.1 million, but Ferrari are 22.1 million. So let's go Ferrari. Oh, okay. This is a interesting look at a new feature that I did not mean to click on. Yeah, let's go Ferrari. Okay. Did you used to have two constructors? I just can't remember ever picking a second constructor on F1 Fantasy. Okay, anyway, we've got 34.9 million and we need another constructor and 2 more drivers. So let me get my calculator out because I need to work out how much, on average, I have to spend to fill the 3 slots. So 34 point, I've got a scientific calculator, guys. This is a real process. 34.9 divided by 3. Right. I have 11, if it's going to show, 11.633333 to spend on average for the drivers and the constructors. So let's try and keep within that, or, you know, do a cheap one and then an expensive one, right? I'm going to stick with constructor just because I need to keep it on. I'm going to go with Aston Martin, 6.7 million. That leaves me with 28.2 million, which I don't need a calculator for this. 14.1 million to spend on the drivers. Okay, that makes me feel slightly better. So I've got 28.2 million overall. So I could go for like Nico, if I went for Nico Hülkenberg, that leaves me with 23.9 million. And I could have Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell. Oh, okay, I think I've smashed this. Watch me do really badly now. No, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, okay. This is the issue, because when you're a Ferrari fan, obviously I should be thinking, I'm going for Charles Leclerc. Easy. But I am also like, should I go for Sergio Perez? Because he set the fastest time, I think, in pre-season testing. The Red Bull's really strong. From a strategic point of view, I'm not favouring Red Bull, guys. I haven't changed. But I think I am going to still go with Charles Leclerc because he was so good last year. Just the Ferrari that sort of let him down in the strategy. So, I've still got 2.7 million to spend. Right, let's see what happens. So, you've got 4 days to lock it in. This is my current team. Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg, Charles Leclerc, Ferrari and Aston Martin as my 2 constructors. Aston Martin, bloody hell, they need to pull it out the bag then this year if I've put 2 of them in my F1 Fantasy. I'm really hoping that pre-season testing was a good indication of how the season's going to go, because last year it was a bit of a... McLaren apparently were amazing last year in pre-season testing, and then they were sort of just okay during the season. Right, select a driver for DRS boost. Selected turbo driver will score 2 times point for your team. Right, I'm going to select Max Verstappen. Let's confirm. Although he didn't have a great one in Bahrain last year, did he? What should we call your team? Should we just do Lottie Talks Cars? Let's keep it as it was last year. Lottie Talks Cars. Okay, complete your profile. Country of residence. United Kingdom. Favourite team? Ferrari. Favourite driver? Charles Leclerc. Next. Your team was created. Your team was automatically joined into the following leagues. Charles Leclerc League. I like the sound of that. View leagues. Okay, only your first team will be eligible to win prizes in the Global League. Ooh, prizes. Right. I am going to create my own league, so we'll do that in a second, but let's just see the prizes. First prize, F1 Experience Champions Club. F1 Experience... 2 times passes to the 2024 Grand Prix. For an F1 experience. Ooh. Fancy. Second prize, 2 grandstand tickets. We'll more than happily take. Third prize, F1 TV. Let's see if there's anything changed with how to play. Create 3 teams. No, I'm not a fan of creating multiple teams, guys. I like me one team. Just straight and narrow. I'm not a fan of creating multiple. I feel like you can hedge your bets. You can pick everyone, can't you? No, stick with one team. Stick with your guns. DRS boost. Chips, what's this? New. Okay. F1 teams constantly bring upgrades for their cars and chips can help power your team too. Each chip will suit different situations throughout the season. Wholesale changes to your lineup. A huge 3x score multiplier. That'll be good for a Max Verstappen one. There are 6 chips available, but each one can only be used once during the season. And you can only use one per race, so choose carefully. Okay, interesting. Transfers. 2 free transfers ahead of every race. But if you make more than 2 transfers, each additional transfer will incur a 4-point penalty for your team. Wow, okay. Interesting. So there are a couple of changes. Let's create our own league. Public. Create the league name. Lottie. Can I have my league name as the same as my team? Talks cards. Let's go with it. Talks cards. Limited participants. Okay, I can't change that. Number of teams per user. I'm settling it at 1. You can't have more than 1. I'm not having that. Right. Select teams. Select my beautiful team. Create league. Okay, I'm going to put this league code and the link so you've got no excuse but to join my league. If you do join it, leave me a comment down below, tell me you've joined it and I will keep an eye out. And we'll have a little battle amongst ourselves to see who... You know what, actually, I should do like a prize at the end of... I should do my own F1 prizes. They won't be an F1 experience. I can't afford that for myself. I can barely afford a grandstand ticket for myself. So, yeah, we'll do a little prize at the end. Whoever gets the most number of points, watch it be me. Prize to myself. But, yeah, tell me in the comments if you joined and I will make sure that there's a prize at the end of the F1 season for whoever comes out on top in Lottie Talks Cars League. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more content in the future, and also let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. I'm sure it'll be a bit controversial. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and you enjoy the first race of the season in Bahrain. Until next time.